Hey everybody, Jack of all trades. I told you guys a couple of months ago when I made a video that I'm getting into 9mm reloading, and I built myself a tumbler and wash my own brass, reload them. I've been reloading for a couple of years. I basically reload for my hunting rifle, my 30-06. So what I've been doing is I just bought a new set of dies for these and just do it on the 9mm. I do it single stage instead of percussion. Percussion is quite expensive. I don't know if you know this about me, but I don't like spending buku's amounts of money on stupid things. I shoot recreationally, so I don't shoot that much. I want to tell you what I know so far. It's been quite an interesting learning experience for me. Definitely something that you must have. It's an absolute must. It's the only big money to spend is to buy yourself a good and proper electronic scale. They're not that expensive. South Africa, a couple of years ago I bought that already, and I paid about 650 rand, 700 rand, somewhere around there. I bought the Lee single stage press kit, so just swapped out the dies. I bought myself these extensions. I just wanted to show you this because there's not a lot of info out there on doing the reload properly and doing the setup. There's guys that do percussion. The percussion's got a turret press, and every time you pull the lever down, it rotates 1/4 of a turn or 1/5 of a turn. I'm not sure, depending on how many stages they have. I have a mate that said if you really want to do proper reloads and get them accurate, then you don't want to go percussion. You would rather want to go single stage, because sometimes the hopper gets empty, or your primer stick doesn't feed. So I do all of that by hand, and it's quick. I do it all in sections. I would take maybe like 400 cases, and I would put them in my tumbler and I would wash them. I bought myself some liquid. It's a cleaning liquid that you add in with the water. There's many different types. I just bought that at the local gun shop. It wasn't expensive. It was like 100 and something rand for that. Cases, I'm not too worried about cases. It's a lot of mixed cases. You've got to go through cases. Quite interesting. Out of the about 700 or 800 cases that I have, this is a small bottle with ones that I couldn't use. This is what happens if you pick up other people's cases on the range. So you guys obviously won't be able to see that, but when you look down into the case, there's 2 little holes instead of 1 hole. So these 2 little holes means that when you want to deprime it, the priming needle can't go through to push the primer pocket out. So these are not reloadable. I've learned that the hard way. I thought all of them are reloadable. But this has got the single hole in the middle, and then obviously these have already been primed. I'm not sure if you can see that. They've got new primers in. So different bullet types. This is, I think, 100 and what does it say over there? This is 125, and this is 124 grain round nose. So I just use this for target practice. I'm not worried about, you know, super amounts of accuracy or anything like that. But these are polymer coated lead bullets. They are dirt cheap. They are literally 99 cents in South African rands for one of them. So 1,000 of them is less than 1,000 rand. It's literally like 999 rand. These were a little bit more expensive. They're like a 1 rand 25 each, so 1,250 rand for 1,000 of them. I bought these in Joburg from a reloading store. These are FMJs, 124s. And what I found with these polymers are, it's a bit tricky because the polymer coating comes off of them, and because it's lead, it's extremely soft, or just lead coated. So what I've struggled with is with the crimping and with the neck resizing and with the crimping. So this is what's happened to me. You see, I can just yank it out. If you can see that it's flared out quite significantly, which is way too much. So where I'm now, let's take one of these and just flare that. Just want to try and show you the difference between the two. I don't know if you can see that, but this is basically level, and just the lip is a tad flared open. So when you take your bullet and you drop it down, you can see it's just fills in. It's basically like a millimeter or two that goes in, and then you can't push it down by hand anymore. Then obviously you have to press it in all the way. That is the correct method of doing it. Over flaring will cause the bullet not to go into your gun. So what I've done is I went and I bought myself one of these handy little gauges. This has got the right spec. I see there's guys that have micrometers on the internet and they measure the length of their bullets, and basically it's a waste of time. Okay, you just buy one of these, relatively inexpensive. I think this was like 80 bucks. Then you take the bullet and you drop it in, and this one doesn't go in, you see, and this tells you that it won't be able to slide in. So that's a bad bullet. It didn't work. So this is how I learned to test these. So I'm going to show you my little setup over here. So I just do it single-handedly. So I flare it and then I do the powder. So I've measured this one out to be about 3.8 grains. And then I just dip them in here. Let me show you what I've bought. I've bought Vectan powder. Apparently, according to the gun shop, this is the BA9 Vectan Ba9 Sport. This was the cheapest that I could buy, and they said it's most commonly used amongst recreational reloaders and shooters. So yeah, I think this was less than 1,000 rand for 500 grams, half a kg. So it's a very good propellant for 9mm reloading. Obviously, I got myself some of these trays. I just bought some of them secondhand just to hold them up. Here you can see, I don't know if you can see that far. Sorry, I've got a little bit of a space issue here and I'm trying to fit everything in front of the camera. This is a tray that has 50 of them already in, so they already have the powder. And what I'm doing, I'm just busy filling them. And then when I'm done filling them, then I just move over to my next station. Let me swing you around so that you can see. So I use these FMJs like I told you. So I just locate the bullet in as straight as what I can by hand. And so for the crimping part, what I didn't tell you now, I set the crimping extremely high so that it basically just pinches the neck of the bullet. What I've done previously, I've crimped them so hard, if you can see on the lead bullet. Let me just get behind the camera, then maybe I can show you guys. If you are able to see that. Do you see there's an entire ridge that was formed in the bullet? So it was just absolutely rubbish. But now these look much better. If you can see, it's got a smoother edge over there now. And so the way how you use this gauge is you take it and you place it down on the table, and then you take your bullet and you drop it in. And if the bullet drops in and it's flush, then you know it's going to go into battery. And that's what you want. Let me just show you up close. Do you see it's flush and the end doesn't protrude or stick out of this gauge? So if it's on a table that's flat and it sticks out, then you know it's too long. Very, very cool piece of equipment to have right there. And obviously when you flip it around, it should drop out on its own. That's basically what I can tell you guys, what I've learned. And I'm just going to come a little bit closer and just show you a bit of the process so that you can see. A friend of mine said this takes way too long, so just to give you an idea, I think I've got it down to about 6-7 seconds each of them. So I do this. I like to tap the side of the loader because some of the granules of the powder get stuck down in the slide. So just to make sure they tap out, and then I pop them in there. So you can get relatively good at doing this. So as you place the one, you grab the other one, and you basically just get into a nice rhythm. And this way you concentrate. I like to listen to a little bit of music while I do this, you know, and just go for it. And it's fun. And I like shooting them out, man. So there you guys have it. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, comments, please leave it down below. I'll be more than happy to try and answer as best as what I can. I've got a lot of friends in the reloading game and we help each other out, so we'll get you sorted and get you on your way. Like and subscribe. Have a nice day, you guys.